We're gonna get the improved anti-tank weapons, and in general, all those weapon techs are gonna be nice for us, improving our stuff passively. And now we're also getting those light cruiser frees, which is going to require some more oil. Thankfully, that's basically exactly what we're going for, so it's not gonna be that hard for us. We're gonna for now get some more with Norway, but oh well. There's actually a lot more oil in Millennium Dawn than in the rest of the game. It doesn't look like a lot of people are using that oil. Of course, when wars start happening, I'm fairly certain that we're gonna have a little bit more oil troubles for everyone. And our carriers are full. Excellent. And we no longer finally get that annoying worker strike. We're still getting some fascism, but not as fast as before. Integrated support, excellent. We're going to get those regimental combat teams, which is also going to give us the overwhelming fire and improve everything for our support companies. Formation fighting, good. Lead this on over to hunt and destroy. And I wonder what support companies I have in the armor brigades. Ew, pretty bad ones. In fact, the armor brigades in general are just not good. One thing that we need to do is stop producing them, actually. For now, we're just going to leave these two as a sort of a stopgap, but eventually we're going to have to turn our armor brigades into armored divisions. And they're going to look something like this. Then you're going to be a rocket artillery, another rocket artillery, and then mechanized infantry, I believe. Oh, whoa, mechanized infantry is how much width? 5 combat width. Holy hell. That is a ridiculous amount of combat width for the mechanized. God damn, I did not know that. That's actually insane. The armored combat width is only 2. So what's going to happen is I'm going to have that, and then that's going to leave us with 4. Well, if we want 20 divisions, as in 20 combat width divisions, then we're going to have something like this. That's a pretty decent division, actually. Problem is, the organization is so bad. Only 16. Maybe that would help. Well, what would help would be some companies assigned to that. Yeah, that increased the organization, but still. So many modern tanks I don't feel like are going to be good because they reduce organization. So maybe we're just going to have one line of tanks. And then we're going to build onto it something like this. Hold on. Then more mechanized infantry. So that's going to be one little part. That would be 30. And so it would be very quick just to go around and get ourselves a couple more mechanized to get that to 40. So that would be a 40 combat width division. It would not be that powerful in terms of soft attack. And it would not even be that powerful in terms of organization. Would motorized infantry be better for organization? Not really. Would be better eventually. But, oh well, we'll think about that later. HOI is actually something like, oh, okay. So, foot infantry is very, very heavily organized. Especially mountaineers, it seems. But again, we need those mobile big divisions. This Army Special Forces Commando, also very well organized. Well, comparatively. I don't like having my organization drop below 40, which is why I'm kind of thinking about this. This would be 25 combat width. So that would mean that then we could just get a row of these and get to 40. That would require a lot of rocket artillery though. It would require 100 per division. So eventually we're gonna go for that. Then get maintenance companies. And I believe signal companies as well would be decent for this kind of stuff. Although maybe support anti-tank would also be very important. And recon company. Yeah, recon company would be great as well. Maybe the support artillery would be... No, we need support artillery, right. So this would be a pretty decent division, I feel like. But the problem would be the organization, again, because of all these pieces of artillery. So to round out, I feel like we would have to sort of compromise and get ourselves some light mechanized. Something like this. That would still be under 40, but it would be better than that other one. And this division would have a pretty decent amount of soft attack. Especially a ton of defense. Like, wow, holy hell. Guessing that would come in from partially the companies, partially the mechanized infantry. Wonder how a division of light mechanized would look like. And not really used to fighting in modern day mod. There's also infantry to think about, but infantry is going to be mostly for... Yeah, it's going to be mostly just for defending in our own homeland. And this would be a 20. It would have a decent amount of organization. Yeah, this division would not be bad at all. Especially because it would have a 19 maximum speed. So we'll be able to just zip around and be very, very good. And then if we gave you artillery, that would decrease the speed. And eventually would decrease the organization as well. So we'd have to compensate. Like this. Something like that. That would not be that bad at all, actually. Oh, well, we'll see about that once we actually have the ability to get those division experiments on the field. Oil fields in Sicily. We'll get the oil fields in Basilicata. Which is this place. This tiny place, and like... I'm not gonna go there. Yeah, we're gonna need to reorganize our army fairly quickly if we want to have any chances of standing up to other people. Thankfully, we have a decent pool of support equipment now. I wonder how fully just motorized, just vanilla motorized, that would be... Oh, come on. Improved artillery. That's too early. Still too early. Convoy escorts. Oh, we're producing outdated towed artillery. Right. Because we have the upgrade available. Good. So let's research that. Or, sorry, produce that. We're also getting the anti-tanks now, which is amazing. Yeah, I wonder how a normal motorized would look like. This would be 15 combat width. So that would mean that... Okay, hold on. I know, that's mobile battalions. Motorized infantry, 24, 27, 30. Right, because you're actually a free combat with thing. So for you to get to 40 combat with, we would have to put in some even numbers somewhere, which is where the light mechanized would come in, right? So you're 28, 32, so you're lacking 8. God damn it. So we would have to go this and then have mechanized infantry, right? But the problem with mechanized infantry would that it would reduce the speed very heavily. So we wouldn't do that. No, that's a bad idea. And I keep that row, right? All fields in Basilicata, excellent. Support any in Africa. Wonder what this will do. We'll just get this just to see what happens. Using greater government influence to grant ENI, our leading oil company, greater control on African resources will benefit our economy. I wonder what that will do. Also, we have both of the things done, so having the oil, we're going to have a surplus. And so we can sort of reorganize the way we trade a little bit more. And some of our oil will be traded away as well. In fact, most of it. Unfortunately, so far we aren't exporting it anywhere, which is a problem. But once we do get those exports rolling, it's gonna be good for us. Very good for us. It's gonna be great for us. And we no longer get that drift towards authoritarianism, so things are back to normal. And we got to 18% with the fascists, which means that we could almost win an election with them, actually. I believe 20% is the required amount. I'm going to get those ceramic body armors. Then eventually we're going to need to establish some marines as well. Do we even have marines researched? Hold on. Oh, right. Everyone has marines. I was thinking like the standard game again. And to get marines, we would have to... Ooh, coup in the Sultanate of Arabia. The government in the Sultanate of Arabia has succumbed to public demands. Their politicians have been ousted and are replaced by a new, more popular government. So, Saudi Arabia is now Islamist. Friend of Russia, enemy of America. That's the traits of the leader. So I'm guessing they're going to have better relations with Russia somehow. You're still an Arab League member, you still have dangerous birth rates, average stability, Army Officer School, starting level of new Army Leaders +1. Well, isn't that useful? Didn't we have something like that as well? I believe we did. Like Army of Quality? Yes, Army of Quality. But we were going for Army of Quantity, which is much better. And in the meantime, we're just trying to get ourselves some oil. We're just waiting to see what happens with this one. Then we would get supporting it in Arabia, so we would get the same offer that we're giving the Egyptians. I wonder what that would be, and the Nigerians as well. Interesting that we have Nigeria first before Arabia, but we'll see. And it's also very interesting that the offers to Egypt and not to Libya. Really, Libya would be the one that makes the most sense, but we'll see. Nigeria accepts the oil deal. Our offer has been accepted by the Nigerian government. They will allow us to build oil wells in the new oil deposits we found, as long as they will get their fair share of it. So we had a production of free oil in Tuscany, and we get more opinion with Nigeria. And I'm guessing they get more oil as well. Then we get Egypt, the United Arab Government. Why is your adjective United Arab? I guess you're still the United Arab Republic of Egypt. I don't know. We get resources, they get resources, win-win. Yes. So that's 6 more oil, and we're getting it in Tuscany because that's the headquarters of the company, obviously. So a pretty nice little mechanic that they added there. I'm guessing that this in Arabia would be a little bit more, but for now we're going to wait on that, and we're going to go with diplomatic focus, and we're going to abandon the West. You have 3 carriers, the 3rd carrier, for some reason is not getting any air wings. Hold on. Yes. Like that. And so we're going to have a pretty decent naval air force. Ours, our fighter production coming in pretty slow. But it's going to happen eventually. And really also, one of our problems is that our mechanized production is pretty slow. But we're going to have to deal with that for now. The trucks, it's fine to have two. We're going to have the anti-air later on produced because that might be useful. Hunt and destroy, and then combat unit destruction. Excellent. Now we have a pretty decent amount of civilian factories that are able to construct the various different buildings that we need. Soon enough, we'll have extra military factories as well to build our shit. Diplomatic focus. We're also going to get political power, which is a new thing for us. With political power, obviously we'll be able to recruit some things. These are fairly boring. Yeah, these are all extremely boring. So the political advisors will probably just ignore. Industrial concerns. Oh, it seems like we have... This guy, Innocenzo Porro, could be a good person to recruit, just to get the army experience. Then getting some mobilizations is going to be important, but for now, not a lot of world tension, which is sad. And then, ooh, we have aircraft companies. Do we? We do have also our own aircraft company, Finmeccanica, which is going to be minus 15% air research time. And it's going to improve our maritime patrol aircraft. Of course, well, that's decent. Well, okay, one of the problems is that we'll go to war with a lot of other people. So we won't really have the opinion required to keep their aircraft companies, because we require the opinion of us to be at least 25 to get that company under our wing, right? And this is a German, Italian, French conglomerate. Look at that symbol. Again, we would like the close air support one, but wait, is there even someone for close air support? No, there isn't. So really, maritime patrol aircraft is really going to be the one that's going to be okay. Convoy escorts, good. Escort patrols, or perhaps something else. Can we even get anything else, though? That is the question. Aircraft, multi-roles, generation 4 attack plane is almost upon us, and that's going to be excellent. What kind of an improvement will we gain over the generation 3? Who knows? Surface manpower, air defense, a little bit more, same air attack, same air superiority, more agility, which is useful, same naval attack, same naval targeting, more speed, and more ground attack. Meh, not that much better. It's also more expensive in terms of aluminum, but we do have aluminum, I feel like, if I recall correctly. We're going to ban the West. We're going on our own. Yes, I believe we do have aluminum somewhere. Yes, we do. In Campania. And also some up here in northeastern Italy. So our aluminum production is actually pretty much the area in which we are most well off for resources. So that's going to be nice for us. Yugoslavia is still around. Wonder if there are events again for the secession of Montenegro. We're coming for you, Albania. Or abandoning the West. Befriend Brazil? they're going down that diplomatic route, are they? They befriended Russia as well. That's mutually exclusive. No, that's not mutually exclusive with befriending Poland, which is weird. Split NATO. Alright, they could create the Berlin Alliance, but they could befriend us too. But they're not doing it to dicks, so we're gonna befriend them with our guns. And without Britain, oh, that requires without Britain. So because they're with Britain, they cannot do their own faction. Which is, I guess, nice. Ceramic body armor. Good, good, good. We're gonna go for that night attack increase. Because that's gonna help every one of our forces. Oh, there's actually Bavaria around. Bavaria has a bunch of cores. I wonder if that... Hold on. I wonder if that core can be removed in some way. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff that Germany can do. They're still quite a ways away from uniting the Union. They still haven't done the EU expansion of 2004, so we have a lot of time. Really, our main deadline is going to be when Germany decides to unite the EU, because if they do, then we lose. I think that's pretty safe to say. France, they're going down the civilian industry and military industry, so they're incredibly powerful in economics, but really, they still haven't gone down their other stuff. So, wait, France has a... Oh, okay. France actually has a standard focus tree, which I did not expect. How are you going? You're going with Europe and you're strengthening NATO. EU burden companies, air travel agreement. But you're not going down this route, so... Yeah, you're not going down this route, so you're not going to have the ability to unite the EU any faster than Germany will. Nope. Though yours, for some reason, is much quicker than Germany's. Germany's takes like 500, and Britain seems to take only 100 days to unite the Union. I wonder why. I really wonder why. Hold on. Is there really a reason for this, or... Prepare the Union... Ausrichtungsprogramm. I mean, some of these that are leading up to it are quicker. But, yeah, it seems like a little ridiculous. Especially because Germany has more political influence over Europe. But thankfully, you don't take Millennium Dawn seriously. Because if you had to... Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, I did abandon the West, right. And now I can take towards fascism, towards monarchy. We're gonna go towards monarchy. And then we could also switch again to the new Roman Senate. But I think that the new Roman Senate is just a different kind of fascism. And then we're going to try to restore the kingdom, which shouldn't be that hard. And we're going to gain the stubborn south, which is minus 10% national unity. That's interesting. That's very, very interesting. Some of these are quite bad, actually, for national unity. But in general, this is plus 40% stuff. Remind me again, what does this do? Minus 5% national unity, plus 2% research time, or consumer goods. less civilian factory construction speed, and then this minus national unity. So in general, our national unity is not going to be that good, but eventually we're going to sort of get over some of these penalties. We're still a European Union member, which means that we have 30% factory output. And in fact, since by becoming a kingdom we don't really do Italy, which would be here, and leaving the European Union, we're going to have that plus 30% for a long time, at least until we go to war with the rest of the European Union. Although, I feel like even if we go to war, we might just keep that. Foreigners have destroyed our country and are corrupting our race. They are raping our women and taking our jobs. If we don't stop them here, our nation will forever perish. It is a time for a crusade against the inferior races. How do you like my fascist impression? I do not know. Okay. Rally by fascist forces today has taken place in the siege of our major cities. They prevent a return to religious values, greater role in the military, and they cry out for our weak liberal neighbors to be crushed beneath our feet. Sure. Actually, that might have repercussions, but we're gonna get the monarchy first before the election, so it doesn't really matter. We could have chosen the fascists in the next election, almost, very close to that, which would have been quite hilarious. Towards the monarchy, good. Oh, what did they say? I think we can't read that anymore. Oh no, okay. The golden age of Italy was clearly the monarchy. No, not really. New kingdom. Can restore the monarchy and not empower the rightful heirs to the throne. The government is ready, let's crown a king. All hail King Vittorio Emanuele IV of the House of Savoy, rightful king of Italy. Sure. And the restoration of the Savoy dynasty is gonna be plus 5% division recovery rate, plus 5% the drift towards monarchy, and minus 10% justify time. And we'll remove our elections and get us some monarchist. New kingdom. So far we have a 5% increase and also a 10 drift towards it, so we're gonna get quite a bit of that. Quite a bit of monarchist control in the air tonight. Actually, you're gonna stop. You're gonna stop as well. We're gonna build up our reserves of equipment, so that when we have the ability to modify our stuff, it's gonna be it's not gonna have a repercussion immediately. Like we're gonna have things to fill up our divisions with. Spain, you're doing fine. Oh. Why is the MPD at 19% though? That's hilarious. I do not know why the MPD is at that high level, but oh well. How are politics going in other countries? Wow, lots of social democrat for Czech Republic. Lots of social democrat for Poland as well. They also have a lot of progressives and socialists, social liberals, so that's just a big coalition. And a ton of conservatives as well. Hungary, oh hi Orban, you're still pretty conservative. So Hungary could go either way, really. You definitely haven't gone for Islamism. You have gone for Islamism. New recruitment strategies. Ew. So Saudi Arabia is militarizing with an Islamist government. Oh boy. Sounds like a bad sort of military political thriller novel. Oh no, it's Saudi Arabia and it's coming for you. Jordan seems to be doing fine. Lots of civilian industries being built by them. Palestine's still sort of progressive, still has Fatah. Because this guy still didn't get assassinated. He's gonna get assassinated soon, probably. And expand the secret services. What does that do? Expand the secret services. +1 decryption. Oh, well, I'm pretty envious of that. Not having the general focus tree in this mod is ridiculous, actually. It's really, really good. Which is, I guess, fine, because it means that some countries are putting up a bit of a bigger fight, and that was Generation 4 attack. Great. It's gonna mean improvements for our carriers. We can also improve our companies, and we're gonna do that as much as possible. Generation 3 attack, yes, that's gonna be in airplanes, and we're gonna build those as much as possible. Brazil still has their own stuff. Whoa, very good opinion of Brazil for Chile. So once the world tension starts driving up, we're also going to start to see hopefully some dynamic alliances being formed, which would be nice. And still you haven't gone, oh no, you have gone for the global war on terror, but you still haven't gone for the Afghanistan invasion or supporting Afghani rebels. You have international diplomacy, which might cause problems. Oh, hi, new kingdom. The Kingdom of Italy has been restored. Today, the monarchist supporters staged a coup in Rome, Italy, and the pretender king of the Savoy dynasty, Vittorio Emanuele IV, has become the new king of Italy. He immediately answered and accepted, and will now rule as an absolute monarch, the first since the end of World War II, when the Italian people voted to return to a republic. And so, long live the king, etc., new kingdom. This guy's pretty old, and I'm gonna end it for now. I'm gonna thank y'all for watching. Hope you've enjoyed so far, and we have a new kingdom, we have a new dynasty, we have a worse flag, and we'll see you soon.